We're back on a Mountain West Tournament edition of your Lobo pregame show. We're joined by Lobo head coach Richard Pitino. Coach, it's the San Jose State Spartans here in round one in the quarterfinals of the tournament. First off, congratulations on Mountain West Coach of the Year, Donovan Dent's Player of the Year, Mountain West recognition, first team for Nelly Jr. Joseph and all defense, and of course, True Washington was recognized as well. What a regular season for your team. It was such a great run, and I know it's not time for reflection, but really cool to see those guys get those accolades.
That's what happens when you win. You know, I mean, it's really that simple. You want to get honor, you want to get awards. If those things matter to you, then win, you know. And I think, who's it, Nick Sirianni, the Eagles coach, has a good quote about you can't be great without the greatness of others. And Donovan doesn't have the year that he has without Nelly, you know, in the ball screens. You know, True doesn't have the year that he has without the help of other guys. I don't get an award without all the support that I get. You know, so I said this from day one, like, I've had an interesting career, and, you know, the reason why we've had 3 seasons in a row of 20-win seasons is the support that I get, and I appreciate it. It means a lot. It's a special place and a special job, and, you know, grateful for it. It's been a great regular season, but new season starts today.
And I know that you're focused on your team, but another part of your amazing career is that you're getting to coach at the D1 level at the same time that your father is, and you're both coaches of the year in your conferences in the same season. That has never happened anywhere at Division I level. That's pretty unbelievable.
I mean, I guess it's probably fathers and sons aren't Division I coaches at the same time too often, so it's been fun. I mean, it's been a great year. It's a cool stat. Yeah, I mean, it's been certainly fun to win the conference. Both have terrific regular seasons, but you know, like I said, I mean, it's time to move on and focus on this tournament.
Lobo head coach Richard Pitino is our guest pregame New Mexico at San Jose State in the Mountain West Tournament. San Jose State played an excellent basketball game to get to this point, winning their first round matchup against Wyoming. What did you see in that one?
Yeah, shoot a lot of threes. They were really hot in the first half, not as hot in the second half. So, you know, they'll take some tough shots, you know, like when they beat us, everybody was freaking out, like, well, how could you dare lose to San Jose? They made some tough shots, and we did not. So you got to give them credit. You know, so you got to do a good job of, really limiting those 3-point attempts as best you can.
They averaged more than 8 per game, and even in the loss to you, they made 10 threes. You said tough shots. Is it individual plays to get shots? Are they getting them in their offense? A little of both? How do they do it?
They just move you around and take tough shots. You know, it's a big part of their deal. You know, so you just gotta, if it's a 30% shot with your defense, you gotta hold them to about a 22% shot. So, you know, we've gotta set the rules. We can't hope they miss.
They also have Robert Viola, who's terrific. Maybe not as physical a team across the board, but he's a tough one. What does he do well?
Big, strong, physical, good at scoring in the low post, really good at passing the ball. Has had some injuries that, you know, really hurt them, but now he's back somewhat full strength. Yeah, he's one of the better big guys in the league, and they've got good talent. They really do. Miles has done a good job putting together a really good team. They just had that stretch where they had a lot of guys out, but they're way more full strength now than they've ever been, certainly in the last month. But Viola's tough. I mean, we got to make a team effort to stop him.
Lobo head coach Richard Pitino is with us pregame New Mexico and San Jose State in the first round of the Mountain West Tournament. You and Coach Miles are close friends. What are the characteristics of his teams, in particular this year's Spartans, that are sort of hallmarks?
Yeah, I mean, I think they don't run a lot of stuff, and what they do is they do it well. You know, they've got core 4 or 5 things that they run. They're really good at it, put you in a bind. You know, they're good at getting paint touches. They're good at kicking out for threes. I think there's a freedom to their offense. You know, they're not tight. You know, certainly they don't play under a lot of stress, and I think Miles does a really good job of keeping them loose. You know, so they run good stuff. I like the offensive stuff that he kind of has developed over the last year or two. And, you know, we obviously lost their place to a heartbreaker. At home was a close one as well, so they've got our respect.
Is this a team that also likes to get out in transition? Is transition defense something that's important for you today?
Yeah, we were not good at their place, so we got to be really good at building a wall. Sprint back, communicate, find the open man, because they'll really run. And they're playing essentially 4 guards. I mean, Hall's not a true power forward, so you got playmaking guys who can go out and make plays.
Lobo head coach Richard Pitino with us pregame New Mexico as San Jose State here in the Mountain West Tournament. For just a moment, reflect back to a Friday night in the pit, a sold-out crowd, and your team closes the deal to get the outright Mountain West Championship. How proud were you of your team for pulling that off and taking it the full route and not sharing it with anybody?
I think just overall proud of the whole thing. It was a great night. It was almost a celebration of sorts to have a sold-out crowd on a Friday night, all of Albuquerque coming together, emotional pictures, tears, cutting down the nets, confetti. I mean, all of it. It's just, it's what makes the job special. It really does. So, it was a fun night for our team, but also for our supporters, stakeholders, people who've invested in us. It was a great way to finish a terrific season.
And your first celebration for you and your team as head coach of the Lobos was here a year ago, which should be cool to go back-to-back. It starts today. Best of luck against San Jose State, Coach.
Thank you.
Lobo head coach Richard Pitino, our guest pregame, New Mexico and San Jose State, coming up from the Mountain West Tournament on the UNM Sports Radio Network.
We're back on the Lobo basketball post-game show, live from the Thomas & Mack Center in Las Vegas. New Mexico 63, San Jose State 52 is the final. CJ Nolan is with us. CJ, congratulations. You guys move on to the semifinals. This turned into kind of a grinder here. Your thoughts on this victory?
It was a hard-fought victory. I mean, we know San Jose wasn't going to come out here and, lay down for us. They're a solid team, and they won yesterday. So, I mean, they want to go to the NCAA tournament, too, so they was going to come out with some fire. We just had to match that and ultimately contain that and beat them, for sure.
I thought you guys on the defensive end really picked it up and getting stops, especially at the 3 line.
Right.
And you coming off the bench, especially being able to match the energy of guys like Davis and Yelp. Who pushed the ball. You're able to get back and transition defensively. Was that what you thought won the game for you?
Yeah, I did because, I mean, like you said, they like to tee up threes and they like to play in transition, especially on us. So, I mean, that was the key to get back, and we had to, make sure we don't shoot so many threes, tee it up on the 3-point line. Because yesterday they teed it up on the 3-point line, and they had a pretty good outcome with that. So,
well, congratulations. We look forward to a matchup with either San Diego State or Boise State tomorrow.
Sure.
Thanks, CJ.
Yeah, appreciate you.
Thanks, CJ.
CJ Nolan, our guest here post-game inside the Thomas & Mack Center in Vegas. Lobos knock off San Jose State in the quarterfinals. Final score 63-52. UNM is a winner. The post-game show brought to you by the Albuquerque Downs Racetrack and Casino. Winning entertainment includes simulcast racing, live music, dining, the best games, and more. That's the Albuquerque Downs Racetrack and Casino. Some final totals. The Lobos shoot 38% from the floor, 24 of 64. The Spartans 36%, 20 of 56. New Mexico 5 of 16 at the arc, 31%. Spartans 6 of 22 for 27%. 6 of 8 at the foul line, the Spartans, 75%. 10 of 20, Lobos, that's 50%. Didn't hurt them here, but they'll need to shoot better from the charity stripe tomorrow to get by either Boise State or San Diego State. 18 Spartan turnovers, 10 for the Lobos. The Lobos win points off turnovers, 24-8. And the rebounding battle, 42-39 New Mexico, 17-8 on the offensive end, an 11-3 advantage in second chance points. And the Lobos win paint points 38-24. Bench points 8-6 Spartans, fast break points 6-4 Spartans. But New Mexico comes out on top. 63-52 is the final score. Okay, we'll take a timeout. We'll come back on the postgame show after this. We'll hear from Coach Pitino in his postgame press conference next on the UNM Sports Radio Network. Boise State and San Diego State have taken the court here in the Thomas & Mack Center as they're getting ready for their quarterfinal matchup. The Lobos will face the winner of this contest tomorrow night in Las Vegas. New Mexico 63, San Jose State 52 is the final score. You're locked into the Albuquerque Downs Racetrack and Casino postgame show. Winning entertainment including horse racing, live music, dining, the best games, and more. The Albuquerque Downs Racetrack and Casino. So the Lobos, as the 1 seed in the Mountain West Tournament for the first time in 12 years, off an outright regular season championship secured with a win over UNLV on Friday night last. New Mexico 63, San Jose State 52. They take down the Spartans to move to the semifinals. Here are the individual totals. Donovan Dent, the Mountain West Conference Player of the Year. 25 points, 8 of 14 field goal shooting, 2 of 2 from the arc, and 7 of 12 from the charity stripe. He had 5 assists and 2 rebounds, 5 turnovers in 39 minutes for Dent. 14 points for Nelly Jr. Joseph. How about a 14-point, 18-rebound, double-double? Those 18 boards, the most ever by Mountain West, by a Lobo player in the Mountain West Conference tournament. Nelly Jr. Joseph breaks J.R. Gooden's record from back in 2019. 11 points for True Washington. New Mexico moves to 19-0. The Lobos are 19-0 when True Washington scores in double figures this year. And how about this? In his career, going back to last year, the Lobos are 25-1 when True scores 10 or more. So he's kind of important to the New Mexico Lobos results. Washington, 5 of 12 field, 1 of 4 arc, 5 rebounds, and an assist in 37 minutes. The Lobos got 6 points apiece from Mustafa Amsil and C.J. Nolan, and 1 point from Philip Borovichinen. San Jose State was led by Hall with 13, 10 apiece for Duje and Viola. They got 9 from Davis, 5 from Nganga, 3 from Washington, and 2 from Yap.
Begin with New Mexico. Those student athletes, Donovan Dent, Nelly Jr. Joseph, Coach Richard Pitino. Coach, if we can start with you, some of your thoughts on today's game.
Well, certainly happy we got the win. I think it was a frustrating game for us, but I thought our defense in the second half was phenomenal. Donovan made some huge plays offensively. Nelly tied a record for us in conference tournament, rebounding the ball. So it was just a kind of a choppy, ugly game, and a lot of that has to do with San Jose. But we just needed to figure out a way to get it in advance and get a little rest tonight and get excited for tomorrow. So grateful for all of our amazing fans and certainly proud of the win.
Thanks, Coach. Question for the student athletes?
Braden Nurse with the Mountain West. Donovan, you become the first player in conference history with 20 points and 5 assists in 5 straight games. Just what's the significance of that to you and what was working for you tonight?
That's all credit to my team. The 5 assists, I can't do without them. And then just being able to succeed in the ball screen was big to my 20 points.
Nelly, you got 18 boards, 8 of them offensive. Just what did you feel you did well in the offensive glass tonight?
I was just more aggressive, trying to rebound the ball, as always.
It's for either one of you guys, Jeff Grammer, Albuquerque Journal. Sorry about that. For either one of you guys, they in January in San Jose were able to kind of make it a game where it was just you two and nobody else was really able to get going offensively. It was that way most of the game today. True ended up with 11 points. What are they doing? It's not like they're letting you guys go, but what are they doing to shut everyone else down so consistently when they play you?
Did you watch the game, Jeff?
Oh, yeah. I don't think they did much. I think it's really just on us. We just got to figure it out on the offensive side, and we'll go from there.
Post-game press conference after the Lobos knock off San Jose State in the quarterfinals.
Offense in the second half. What does it do for you guys' whole team, really, when True is as active and gets his hands on so many, loose balls and he's just diving around and getting steals?
Just gives us energy. I mean, first play of the game, I think got a steal. Should have been an and one, but just gives us energy, and we just get life on defense side because of that.
And the last one for me is you guys were 14 of 28 on layups, and I think that was because you guys hit some late layups to kind of catch up to 50%. What was going on at the rim that was so difficult for you guys tonight to finish?
You missed all the layups. Dive in.
I mean, it's basketball, so you miss some, you make some. So
wow.
Go back there to your left hand. Jeff Symbieta, the Sports Animal in Albuquerque. Donovan, kind of playing on True's defense, sets up that shot right before halftime. And walk through, he makes a great play. You hit a big shot. I got to believe the momentum going in really was big. And did that make any difference for you guys in the second half?
Yeah, I mean, hitting a half-court shot at halftime didn't give any team a lot of energy, but that is a lot of credit to True. He got still 1 second left on the clock. He would create that possession. So, I mean, that was big time on his side. To play? It was really just throw the ball in and hope one goes in.
Yep, that's how
it works.
Donnie, you guys went on a huge run to close out the first half. What changed for you guys to be able to just get stops and just build on the lead?
I think at that last 4-minute media timeout, we got a little bit on each other, and that timeout on the defense side saying we got to play harder. And, I mean, that's what we did. We came out and just kind of played with that high energy that we've been playing with all season.
What's it mean to start off the tournament right? You got the first game of the day, and now you can just sit back and kind of watch everybody else.
I mean, we're going to watch, I think, Boise San Diego State here. We play the winner of that, and we're just going to build momentum off this game. And it's a good momentum builder for us on every first game.
Back here.
How important is the crowd? I mean, this is my first chance ever seeing Lobo Nation. I mean, it's pretty electric. How much does it help you guys?
I mean, it's a big help. It gives us all the energy we need. Like, I couldn't even tell if there was a single San Jose State fan out there because of how much red I just saw our fans take over arenas, and it's a big time help for us.
Anything else for our student athletes? Okay, we'll dismiss the athletes at this time. Thank you, man.
Please leave.
Post-game press conference continues. Coach Pitino next. Lobos defeat San Jose State 63-52.
Straight halves now that you've outscored opponents in this tournament. Just can you talk about the consistency that requires?
You know, it's so different year to year with all of these teams. You know, obviously we were much different last year, but I loved just the mental toughness to find a way to get that win when weren't making shots, missing free throws. That was just a grind them out, find a way to get it done win. You know, so I can't really speak on the other ones, but we certainly have, you know, we have times where really break the game open. True got the steal, the dunk, and then you get the crowd going. Pretty special.
Right here.
Richard, I did watch the game, but I'm going to ask you anyway. What was going on that they're able to make things difficult for you guys at the rim so much?
Yeah, I mean, they were physical. We definitely were missing a lot early. We were leaving a lot of points at the rim. Nelly was, you know, I know he's frustrated because he missed some shots, but there were some of them where he was worried about the refs. Just go dunk the ball. Mustafa missed a couple at the rim as well. And I thought that snowballed our attitude. You know, was we were really frustrated that we weren't making easy baskets. Well, it is March. It's winter, go home, and our guys need to understand that. So some of it was them, San Jose, and some of it certainly was us.
And you guys are, most of the season, you guys have been at your best when you got out and run and used the defense into offense. And you guys do end up with 24 points off turnovers today. 18 turnovers for them. So you guys were able to do that a little better than you were in the regular season against them. Happy when you see True start a game with a steal like that and a breakaway?
Yeah, but I did talk about, I think they had 10 turnovers at halftime, and we only had one fast break point, you know, where we've got to get, whether it's off of steals, those points off of turnovers, or if they miss, because they only shot 36% in the first half, we need more fast break points. So certainly more points off of turnovers than fast break points. That was better. But True did a lot of good things, you know. It's great to have that guy, put him on the ball, really, really disrupt and create some havoc.
And then Mustafa, obviously, the foot issue's been a big storyline for the last 6 weeks, really. Is he 100% healthy? I know he 0 for 6 for 3. Any worries about Mustafa going forward with the minutes?
No, he seems like he's fine. He just wasn't making shots today. You know, he was getting good looks. He seems, I'm sure he's a little hobbled like everybody is this time of year, but he'll knock him down. You know, I mean, obviously, went 0 for 6 from 3, and I think they're all really good looks.
Let's go back here.
Coach, there's going to be a lot of people that have never seen you guys play in the next couple of weeks. What would you say your identity is?
Well, certainly our defense has been terrific all year, creating steals and getting points off of turnovers like you saw 24 today. I think we've got pretty good size across the board. You know, offensively, when Nelly and Donnie are in ball screens, they're pretty darn good. Those other guys have obviously got to knock down shots. So we've been doing it a lot with our defense. Versus San Jose team, you saw them in the first half. Their offense was terrific. So defense to offense, pretty good in the ball screens, and Donovan obviously is terrific.
I don't want to take away from this win, but if one of your players said to your dad, you make some, you miss some, how would he take that?
My dad? Yeah. I don't know. I'm not sure. You know, I don't think they had a really astute answer for you guys with that. So.
All right. Thank you for your time, Coach.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Lobo head coach Richard Pitino post-game press conference has concluded here at the Thomas and Mack Center. Welcome back in, my broadcast partner, Hunter Green. I'm Robert Portnoy. And Hunter, as San Diego State and Boise State get set to crank it up here in their quarterfinal matchup, the Lobos will get the winner of these two teams' contest here tonight. I think Coach Pitino said it best. This was a true grinder. A true grinder.
Yeah.
And New Mexico couldn't make an outside shot. The three ball was not falling. They were 2 for their first 10 in the first half. And San Jose State was hanging around. And then you look at the free throws, and that's going to be a real problem moving forward. Lobos need to shoot better from the foul line.
Yeah, you discount the free throws when you win by 10 or 12 or 14. But when you're in a tight game, they matter. And but I want to start by saying, you know what? Hats off to San Jose State. They came in 8 seed and they battled a 1 seed here. They're not long, they're not tall. They play probably 4 or 5 guys that are about 6'5", and then they've got a post player that's only 6'8". So and they gave a game. I mean, it was 75% of that game was, right there. I mean, they could have easily have won this game. But yeah, hats off to San Jose State. I thought they played a tough game.
Well said, Hunter. And the Lobos overcome 10 of 20 free throw shooting.
Yeah.
You leave 10 points at the free throw line.
Can't do it.
And they'll shoot it better tomorrow. They will.
Yeah.
Okay, coming up next, Lobos Live with host Brandon Ortega and legend Kenny Thomas. That'll do it for us. My broadcast partner is Hunter Green. I'm Robert Portnoy. New Mexico wins a big one over San Jose State in the quarterfinals of the Mountain West Tournament. 63-52. The Lobos will get the winner of San Diego State and Boise State tomorrow, right here in the Thomas and Mack Center. That is a 7:30 p.m. Mountain Time scheduled tip-off. 7 o'clock with the Lobo basketball pregame show as New Mexico gets either the Aztecs or the Broncos with a chance to earn a berth in Saturday's 4 p.m. Mountain Time title game and an opportunity to go back-to-back in the conference tournament for the first time since 2012, 13, and 14 when the Lobos won it 3 straight times. By the way, that 2013 team is the last Lobo team to pull off the double. The regular season and tournament championship in the same campaign.
Why not repeat it, right?
12 years later,
here we are.
Let's run it back.
Let's do it.
For, maybe 5,000 Lobo fans
today
here in the Thomas and Mack?
I think by tomorrow night, I'm predicting at least 8,000. Pit West.
Love it. Be with us. Thank you to Bob Wolpo, our broadcast producer and engineer. For Hunter, I'm Rob. That'll do it for us. The final score for the final time in the Mountain West quarterfinals. New Mexico, a winner over San Jose State. The Lobos, 63. Spartans, 52. We'll talk to you from Sin City tomorrow for the Mountain West semis on the UNM Sports Radio Network.